London awakens to tradition and excitement as the last Monday of June signals the grand opening of the 138th edition of the Wimbledon Championships. At precisely 8 a.m., the gates of the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet clubs swing open, welcoming eager fans from across the world. It's more than just the start of a tournament, it's the beginning of 2 weeks where tennis history is written and legends are made. The All England Club, with its ivy-covered walls and manicured lawns, buzzes with energy as spectators file in, their eyes set on witnessing greatness unfold. The atmosphere is electric. Fans queue from the early hours of the morning, some even camping overnight, just for a chance to grab a spot on the famous Henman Hill. At 11 a.m. sharp, action kicks off across all outdoor courts. Players, seasoned veterans and young hopefuls alike, take their positions ready to begin their Wimbledon journey. Every point played on these grass courts echoes with decades of history, from Borg to Federer, from Navratilova to Serena. The sun peeks through the typical British clouds, casting patches of light across the courts as players test their footing on the fresh grass. Wimbledon, with its strict dress code and royal box, feels like a blend of sport and tradition. The whites shine bright under the English sky. On center court, however, fans have to wait a little longer for the main event. Defending champion Carlos Alcaraz is scheduled for a later start. At 1:30 p.m., center court will witness Alcaraz stepping in to defend his crown against Italy's fiery Fabio Fognini. All eyes will be on Alcaraz, the young Spaniard who has taken the tennis world by storm over the past few seasons. Fognini, known for his flair and unpredictability, promises to bring his own drama to this high-profile clash. The anticipation for this match builds as the clock inches closer to the afternoon slot. Spectators gather in large numbers outside center court, many holding their coveted tickets with a mix of nerves and excitement. The Wimbledon tradition continues to surprise newcomers. One quirky fact that catches attention again this year: there's no Court 13 at the grounds. Superstition or coincidence, no one really knows for sure. But the absence of Court 13 remains one of Wimbledon's long-standing curiosities. By the time the last ball is hit and play concludes on day one, the official attendance number crosses an impressive 40,000 spectators. Fans from all over the globe, from Australia to the United States, from Spain to India, fill the seats and grass banks across the venue. Queues for strawberries and cream remain long but joyful, as fans embrace the full Wimbledon experience. The familiar sounds of popping champagne corks and clinking glasses mix with cheers from outer courts as underdog stories begin to emerge. Commentators across networks highlight the energy of the opening day, noting that Wimbledon's charm remains timeless. Players comment on the perfect condition of the grass, still fresh and untouched, soon to wear out as the tournament progresses. Racket strings hum, shoes squeak, and the unmistakable sound of the ball striking the sweet spot fills the air. For photographers, day one offers golden moments, fans in elaborate costumes, first-time visitors taking selfies, and kids waving at players. The linesmen, ball kids, and officials work with precision, contributing to the flawless execution Wimbledon is known for. Even with so many courts in play, all eyes, physically and virtually, seem to drift towards center court as the Alcaraz vs Fognini match draws near. British newspapers and sports websites buzz with headlines about the defending champion's return. TV crews set up outside the gates, interviewing fans who've traveled thousands of miles just for this day. Social media platforms light up with live updates, fan reactions, and predictions for the tournament favorites. The green and purple colors of Wimbledon merchandise dominate the crowds. From scarves to caps, fans proudly wear their love for the championships. Vendors around the venue do brisk business as fans line up for official Wimbledon programs and collectible souvenirs. Despite being a weekday, Londoners skip work or take late lunches just to witness the start of the tennis spectacle. As matches progress on the outer courts, several seeded players survive early scares from hungry qualifiers and wildcards. A few surprise upsets spark early discussions about potential Cinderella runs. The sound of applause echoes from distant courts every few minutes, each cheer signaling another thrilling point or match conclusion. First-timers at Wimbledon walk around wide-eyed, taking in the traditions, from the dress code to the gentle etiquette reminders before points. The famed Wimbledon queues, with their picnics and folding chairs, showcase British patience and love for sport once again. As afternoon turns to evening, and the sun dips low, day one begins to wind down. The scoreboards flicker with final results, and weary but smiling fans start making their way toward the exits. But conversations continue, about incredible rallies, hard-fought tie breaks, and of course, the much-awaited performance of Carlos Alcaraz. For those lucky enough to stay for the center court show, the day ends with yet another chapter of Wimbledon magic. As gates close for the night, one thing is clear: Wimbledon 2025 has begun with all the tradition, drama, and excitement fans hoped for.